APC, Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́, Tinubu, desperados men, they attempted to take over Labour Party since, according to reports, the pressure to get Obi to withdraw his case against Kolu failed. So they decided to hijack the entire party even before the case starts. And it was so ridiculous, right? Ridiculously done that they brought a man that a lot of you are actually hearing for the first time. Lamidi Apapa, Abi Lamidi Wolf, Abi Lamidi Igbo, Lamidi Agbado. Omo, he has just one mandate, that old man, from wherever they got him from. One mandate. There will be some renegades that are going to get caught ex parte order. That's not like a case. So ex parte order is just to say, court will say, somebody will approach court and say, oh, I want to stop you from parading yourself as a chairman of that party. Okay? And then the court will be like, okay, stop parading yourself. So APC will then latch on that and take it national. They have judges, they have lawyers. Lamidi Agbado, that you have never heard of, just surfaced and said he is now the chairman of Labour Party. And in fact, he came with his executives, and their assignment is to make sure that the Peter Obi, that he didn't join them. He is not a member of a Labour Party. Datti, the two of them are not member of Labour Party. Therefore, Labour Party have no case against Tinubu APC. And therefore, they are also withdrawing the entire case. Guess those who were so happy after they finished the preparation. APC, Ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́. Have you been on social media today? Have you seen those, or since yesterday, have you seen those who are celebrating the new chairman of Labour Party? They are APC members. Honestly. And they are telling him to please act quickly, because they only have just about 11 days to go before Tinubu must respond to the petition, the presidential election petition. So, Lamidi has just one job: suspend Peter Obi or dismiss Peter Obi and the Datti, dismiss them. They are not members of Labour. After that, dismiss the entire executive of the Labour Party with a court order. Lamidi that nobody knows from anywhere. He currently have about 6 senior advocates of Nigeria, SANS, that are now working for him for his own faction of Labour Party. And they are saying that they are ready to take the case to Supreme Court. That Lamidi is the authentic chairman of Labour Party. Let me show you when Lamidi came. The first video you saw was after they came and they were gone. Mr. Lamidi. Hey there. Where is Lamidi? Omofi Lamidi is this, that's Mr. Lamidi. Hey, Amani. So now, let's hear from the chairman. Now, let's hear from the Let's hear from now, come on. Okay.
Tell me that there is still no command in the Labour Party. To share because based on the court that we see yesterday and the document that we see yesterday, we stating the national chairman.
That's Mr. Lamidi. He is holding an ex parte order from the world, according to them, the world executive, who are the world exco of Labour Party, where the chairman of Labour Party came from, that Julius. So they suspended Julius. So they now said they got ex parte order that stopped Julius from being chairman. So Julius now went to court, right? And they dismissed the ex parte order. But Mr. Lamidi, you think he's only Mr. Yakubu, the man should be Froster. That man are 80 years old though, with thugs and all that. They broke into the, including police, so they broke into the headquarters of the Labour Party yesterday. And that's them. That was them there. I'll tell you how they normally do it. I told you that, what they are going to do in the coming days. A lot of you will be looking around and be like, what is going on? I'll kind of try to make you understand. See Mr. Lamidi Agbado.
Also, Dr. since I was funded from the secretariat, Nigeria, this is the incoming acting chairman of Labour Party in Nigeria. However, Papa Lamidi Ababa, who will take Labour Party to a greater height. And I have one of the fine boys, fine boy, this fine boy of Labour, Bishop Emeritus.
Do you see the leaders, the supposed elders or leaders that are demanding respect from young people? Now, let me make you understand what is going on. In case, if this is strange to you, okay? Nigeria politics is one of the kind of politics in the world that defies all logics, explanation, nothing, no data, no nothing. Just some bunch of criminals who are grouped in bigger parties and smaller parties too. So in Nigeria, the establishment, they allowed two bigger parties, which they have kind of shared amongst themselves, okay? But in Nigeria, they also have other political parties too. So what the bigger parties, what they do is they plant mills or moles inside all those smaller parties. In fact, some of the smaller parties are just the appendages of the main parties. So in this instance, we are talking about PDP and APC. So usually PDP are those who are usually in that game, right? You have a smaller parties where some of you are running away from PDP and APC, right? You will run to so that you think you can probably upstage them, only to get there to realize that their excos, chairman, and the rest of them, they are members of PDP, members of APC, but they are also members of all those smaller parties. So when you run away from the bigger ones and you get trapped by the smaller ones, there were instances, yeah? I mean, it was so bad that even if you have a very good intention to start a brand new political party, at least you have to rally for members, Abi. In the process of rallying for members, right, you would have to kind of supposedly attract members from the two bigger parties. They are politicians because they have experience, but at the end of the day, they ended up leading you back to them or scuttling everything you are putting together. It is so bad that I kind of ask myself, like, why do people get involved in the first place? If you really understand it very well, you will think that it's not worth it. Now, Omoyele Sowore started his own political party afresh. these were supposed to be the younger people who have kind of renounced or sort of rejected oppression, right? Bad governance and all of that. As well as supposed older people who have kind of in their own history and life, right? They've sort of fought oppression, in quotes. But do you know what happened? When the Wahala in AAC will start, all they needed was just somebody who have been seen with Omoyele Sowore, a part of their new political party, Ezenwa. God knows how much they gave. God knows what they promised him. Decided, right, to take over Showore's party. The party, the party that was like consequential, according to the established, like, well, Showore, we are talking about it. When they wanted to actually undermine him and destroy that same structure, right? All they had is just to pick Nigerians from inside the whole thing and give them money. Come and see those who were calling Showore leader. Showore trying to give them pathway. They then turned around and they started calling Showore names. In fact, that Showore must be expelled from his own political party. Guess those who were supporting them? APC. It started from Rivers State. Yeah. So when the obedience started, I still very much remember almost every day they will be begging on social media. They will be begging PDP, please give Obi your tickets. You can go to sleep. You can go to bed. We don't care about your history. We don't care about everything. You know what I mean? Just give Obi your tickets and then I will do the rest for you. I remember also a stage that some PDP vuvuzelas started attacking these people who are just the ones in PDP. And then they found Obi. Please give it to him. They also told him to test. This guy didn't say, oh, I'm going to be president. Everything happened so fast. On this same social media, it looked like that was the original, the genesis of 4 people tweeting in a room. That was the reason why they were saying that they just multiply different fake accounts, projecting like they are nothing. They are just 4 people tweeting in a room. That Peter Obi is just an online president. None of them believed that he could actually be so real in a space of 10 months. So what happened? This guy went, he was the only candidate. I asked her at PDP. He traveled all over 36 states in Nigeria, meeting PDP, until the last time when they told him that he's only wasting his time because he thinks good talk without money is what will win him the tickets. He doesn't have the money. So if he keeps saying that he's not going to give anybody shishi or anything, then it's just wasting his time. But they didn't know the kind of force behind it. The same force that has now forced APC to want to hijack Labour Party. Hijack Labour Party. So, then he left PDP before their primaries and he said, well, I will not have any money to give to delegates. That was the moment, according to the obedience, that was the moment Obi opened their eyes, right, to what is called delegates in political parties and what they do and what they stand for. They were so heartbroken that they actually vowed that they will make sure that PDP will become nothing, irrelevant. And that's what they did. That because of money, some few people could collect money and just choose highest bidder to be just like that. They said, yeah, that's just like that. They started telling him that he should go to any party. And in their Nigerian law, there is something, it's their law. They say there is something called waiver. Me, Maiyegun'S. doesn't belong to any of their political stuff in Nigeria, tomorrow, I can say, oh, 2 weeks or let's say 6 to the deadline of nomination. Soon after nomination, they can just put my name up and say, I have been given a waiver. National body gave me waiver so that I can run. And by their law, it is legal. All this happened though. I started asking, Peter Obi has made the mistake of his life. In fact, has destroyed his political career. He should have waited inside PDP so that speaking. Atiku was bragging. He said the only way for Igbos to be president of Nigeria was only through him. Only if Igbos want to be president of Nigeria. And Obi was impatient. You know what they expected? Dele Momodu came out and he said, they will teach Obi politics. He went to Labour Party Labour Party presidential candidate. But when he spent his first 10 million and he couldn't see anything they did with the money, that he started sweating. That Obi, that they will shop him, they will hit him raw. Because they thought he was coming to Labour Party to come and ask the NLC or Labour Party members. Many of them were PDP members and APC members anyway. They thought he was coming to them so that they can take him and an opportunity to milk him. But when he arrived, the obedient, they overran them. They took over. The first day he announced that he's joining Labour Party. The Labour Party with just 1,400 followers on Twitter. In 24 hours, they flew to over 400,000 followers. Immediately, disobedient, they divided themselves into different parts. Those who are going to be redesigning the website for Labour Party, redesigning a campaign, proper one for Labour Party, redesigning the social media presence of Labour Party. All of this, all these old thieves, and young of them are waiting for PDP, APC money. Nobody cared about them. So you get, they've already put on what they have to put on. The national chairman happened to be a young guy who just kind of, moved along with the whole thing, and he did well. That's Abure or just what again? It was this young, right? About the entire campaign. They started the petition for world where you can go and vote. Now them not Labour Party people. So they over. You see anything party, you get, they will be the one back. Lamidi was in APC. They were campaigning for Tinubu. All the people in the video, I'll show them to you again. Then you understand that finish. Tinubu hasn't, they haven't seen anything. It will duplicate everything you know in Nigeria. Every association that you know in Nigeria, it will duplicate them. Every political party you have in it will duplicate them. His role in engineering with a wiki to further kind of divide the PDP sake cannot underplay. Abi? So these young people took over everything. Fundraiser, their campaigns, Jim Kuzo, Sovereign, everything. They arrived at this and they have been cheated. And that moment, pressure started.